Okay, anyways, sorry about that. Misbehaving pets. Fucking cat is like bouncing off the walls here and pissing off the other sick cat that I have.
It is good day.
So let's get, say, a couple scrolls of identify because we still don't have access to Cain yet. That's trash. That's trash, and that's trash. So what we'll do is we'll vendor all this stuff. Don't need you. All right. So let's compare here. I mean, it's kind of a no-brainer. I get all these awesome stats, but look at how much damage that does. Yes. And it adds in negligible lightning damage and kind of negligible cold damage. Same attack speed.
I can't use that.
Wait, what? Oh, he doesn't have the strength requirements. Ah, oh, motherfucker. Dude! No! That's the problem. He doesn't have the strength requirements.
I'll put that to good use.
Shit. Cancel. Wah, wah, wah. That would have been exceptional right there. If I was able to actually upgrade his weapon. Oh my god, we're maxed out on gold. Oh man. I think that's like a first in a very long time since I've last had that happen. Jesus Christ. All my skeletons, everybody that I have on me, including myself, actually has amp damage on them. I think it was because of that one unique monster. The evil Amazonas. You know, the other thing I really hate about this place is it can be excruciatingly long. And then there's other times where you get the way up into the dark wood, like right away. Not sure what this is going to be yet. There we go, that's what it's called, the Vile Huntress. Not evil Amazonas. Amazonas. Probably should stop picking up gold. But I do have to say, you know, the higher Kasim actually gains in levels, and the more he dies, I mean, the more expensive it's actually going to become, so it's great to actually have all that gold. Besides, when I'm just sitting around here like this with nothing else to do, I mean, it's nice to actually, you know, just kind of wander around and actually pick up a little bit of dosh here and there. Boy, if I keep drinking my apple juice, I might just end up continuing to play this game all night. And then tomorrow when I actually go to edit the video, break it up into individual videos, I'm just gonna, gonna do like a facepalm. Like, man, Jesus Christ, what the hell was I thinking? Sound like an asshole. Really curious what this is, but he's already got emboss plate because his armor, if you guys remember, is the armor that I actually had equipped, and then I upgraded it via the Herodric Cube recipe, and I didn't have enough strength to actually equip this thing anymore, and I sure as shit wasn't going to dump 125 points into strength, or actually get my strength up to 125 in order to equip it. But I did have a lifeline with that smoke. I'm looking at my progression here. It'd be pretty good, but it's ethereal. For those that don't know, you could actually, the Act 5 Mercenary, you could equip these barbarian-only items on them. I have really no desire to do that. I was gonna say if I play a druid, maybe, just maybe, I might need it. I might get the Act 5 Mercenary, maybe. Battle cries, I mean... I don't know. I'll keep it in my inventory for now. How about that? I'll take a look. I don't remember if the Avenger Guard, excuse me, was something that I actually really wanted to create something with. You know, that's actually a really... Oh, hey. Hey there. It's a Hell Rune. It's a really interesting idea. You know, if I'm going to play it as a druid, after we find our Cruel Colossus Blade of Quickness, what my build is going to be. And not only what my build is going to be, but what mercenary I'm going to take. I mean, there's only a few rare instances where you don't take the Act 2 one. I feel like if I do an elemental druid, like something like an Act 5 druid, Act 5 mercenary would be really great, because I can make the thing hella tanky. Okay, that's the way down. Don't want that. So if we go down, there's a like a golden chest we can open, which dumps a lot of loot. Actually, you know what? Why don't we go down there? I have gotten some pretty good shit from the golden chests, so let's give it a shot. Let's roll them dice. It might just be filled with like gold and garbage, but this is relatively quick. Might as well. So there you go. There's the Talwar. And I was talking about Alibaba before. I just need the unique one. I feel really bad if I actually found an Alibaba right now, because my Karen chart is just too damn good. I don't want to unequip it. You know, honestly, as far as like pumping in some skill points into it, something into my golem would be good. That's a possibility. Either into the golem skill itself or golem mastery. So if we take a look at the skills, so we can do clay golem. It'll do more damage, have more attack bonus, slows enemies, and then we could also do golem mastery, which gives them better run walk speed, attack bonus, life. That's something to definitely think about. I'm really not that big on the golem, because I just use it as basically, well, just like what the skeletons are, an expendable unit. However, you know, I could just straight up just summon the thing without the need of corpses, so that's why I'm really not that interested in actually pumping skill points into it. I'm just using it as basically a body block. And that's why I really hate to actually pump some skill points. So I'm not entirely convinced that that is going to be really worth my time. Come on, kill him. Get this guy. Get him. The fallen shaman. There we go. Get our chest. Of course it's locked. Yeah, it's just filled with gold and garbage. So, bitch. Alright, well, let's get the hell out of Dodge and then go back up in hopes of actually getting into the Dark Wood. Finding the waypoint, the scroll. Oh. You know what? I'm like slowly making up my mind here. I think I'm just gonna bank skill points. I think so. I'm gonna take a look at the curses tree and find out if there's not something in there that I want instead. I could maybe pump a couple points into amplify damage. That wouldn't be so bad. If we take a look at our curses, it's only level 3 right now. Damage taken plus 100%. Wait, what? I'm gonna have a look at Ari at Summit, because if I pump some skill points into amplify damage and it's only gonna increase the duration and the radius, then it's totally not worth it for me. That'd make it so stupid. Like, I don't give a fuck that it only does it on a small area. I want it to do, or have it do more damage. That's so trivial. I don't know. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of homework here. So we'll just bank skill points. Oh. Got an ammo room up here. Fabulous. Oh, totally could use that. God damn, this place is huge. Yep, we're definitely in one of those underground passages that's going to take quite a bit of time to actually complete. Come on, get up in there. God, all these peons are in my way. They're like body blocking us. Oh, get out of there. There we go. You just have to be patient with this build. Alright, I need this other shaman to die over here. Come on, gang. God, I really wish there was like a rally button or something. Something similar to Guild Wars. You know, like a little flag that I can place over here where all of my underlings will actually go to. Maybe just target the thing that I want them to target. So, we got another dead end here. Jesus Christ. I'm not actually that unhappy with it. I mean, continue to level up here, so I mean, not too bad, not too shabby. Oh, get out of there. That's what bone armor is really fantastic for, because you know you're gonna get blasted every once in a while. Like that. God damn, this is taking so incredibly long. I've said this a couple of streams ago, or at least I guess would technically be a few episodes away, or a few episodes ago, is that I'm not really trying to actually complete hell with this character. It's really just about finding the damn sword and then playing with the character to use the sword. So if I find one before we actually finish Hell, then that'll be it. I think. Maybe. It really depends. Depends on how far we are. But if I find like a cruel Colossus blade, like just out of nowhere in like Act 2 or something like that, then I'm not going to continue on. I mean to say is I'm not going to continue on with this character. That's when we're going to play as either a barbarian or a druid. In which case I'll actually keep the sword itself on this character. Just in case the one that I actually want to equip it with dies. And not with the actual sword itself. I'm just curious, you know, if I found a cruel Colossus blade of Quickness with empty sockets, I'm genuinely curious to actually find out how much something like that would actually go for on the open market in 2018. All right, so first of all, let me take a look at my guide again. Let me look, Avenger Guard. So you can get lore, but that's 2-socket. Radiance. Radiance would be really good. Nef Soul Ith. Or I could hold... You know, if I'm planning on equipping an Avenger Guard to, say, an Act 5 henchman, then I don't need an Avenger Guard for it. A crown would work much better for that. So why don't we just sell it?
Greetings.
And then we need a few more ID scrolls. Just to take a look at that in fine detail here in just a moment. So what do we got here? Lots of defense. Plus life, lightning resistance. This is much better. It's got the actual resistances on it, better resistances, and this is pretty shitty. All right, so let's dump off our runes and go back into the underground cavern thingamabobber. Oh yeah, actually, hold that thought. Let me look up a short warbow. See if that's actually in my list of things here. It is for an edge, and we're not a ladder character to actually create one. Although that would be actually perfect, because I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was 3 seconds. So we can't create an edge here. So, goodbye, Mr. Superior Short Battle Bow, not Warbow. Okay, so let me take a look again. Battle Bow. So let's scroll back up here. Go back to the top of the list. Short Battle Bow. We can create a Zephyr. It'd be perfect for a Zephyr. Orton Eth. Right. Do I really want it? I don't think so. I think I'm going to get rid of it. Because according to my list, that the items in question, so it takes an Orton Eth rune, and the top level rune is going to be level 21. So the way I figure is that you want a piece of gear that coincides with that level. And so I have short battle bow, long battle bow, heavy crossbow, and stag bow. So the only character I think I'd actually equip it on is probably an Amazon. So I probably think a stag bow would be the best. Although, if I'm not mistaken, a stag bow you can actually equip on the Act 1 mercenary. So, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to get rid of it. I don't need it.
Greetings.
I'm sure I could probably find another one. I'm not like trying to be attached on this stuff. We are in hell, so I'm going to be finding all the uber items anyways. So when we're dicking around with all like the low level rune words and stuff, it's just not worth your time. I gotta stop being so hung up on that shit. That's my problem. I'm kind of a hoarder in this game. I try to min-max everything, so it's like anytime I come up with a piece of gear that might be useful, I'm like, well, you know what? I'm just gonna keep it around my inventory just in case, and then all of a sudden all that stuff just starts to pile up. And then I run out of space, and I really hate throwing stuff away. I really hate vendoring shit. I don't mind giving stuff away, but in the current state of the game, where there's just not a lot of people playing, it's just it's so damn difficult to actually give stuff away for free. As ridiculous as that sounds, it's almost unheard of. I'm so used to like the old way of playing this game, where it's like you never gave anything away. It was just basically like a cold shoulder, tough love type way of playing it. So when it comes to all that low-level gear, I'm just gonna start chucking it, except for a couple pieces, like if it was like, if I find a gull, or a chance guards, or like a nagel ring or something like that. I mean, those are definitely things that I want to keep and hunt for. But all the rest of the shit, I'm just gonna, we're gonna vendor. Alright, so we found the tree, which is great. We're just looking for the actual waypoint now. See, a couple more people have joined us here in the stream tonight. How you guys doing? Good evening. Shit, Kasim's gonna die. No, he died. Fuck. There you go. So that's Arcanas. It's a low-level sorcerer set. I already have a copy of that. Totally don't need it. That's gonna get vendored. That's what I'm talking about. Don't need it at all. Although, you know, I'm definitely a min-maxer. So when it actually comes to like vendoring shit, it's like I'd really like to take a look at the other copy of the Arcana light plate here and find out which one is the better one. Because I'm always on the hunt for the absolute perfect version of it. And for those that don't understand what I'm talking about, if you go to Ariat Summit and you look into, say, the set items, every unique set, and I think maybe rune words too, they all have the same the same affixes on them, the same attributes, but some of them are variables. So for instance, like this worm skull here, I believe the variable on it might be the life stolen per hit. I think it might be actually 5 to 7%. So this is definitely on the low end of the spectrum. So if I wanted to find a perfect one, a perfect worm skull, I'd have to find one that actually had the plus 7% life stolen per hit. And I could definitely do that with the set items as well, but you know, I just don't care. You know what? This is definitely not in the nature of this stream. That is not the focus of it. We're trying to find a cruel Colossus blade of quickness, not low-level shitty set items and uniques. So instead of actually wasting a scroll town portal here, we're gonna go ahead and look for the waypoint, and then we'll go back to town. We'll resurrect Kasim because he died on me again. Unfortunately, because he's getting outclassed, his gear is god-awful right now. I thought actually by upgrading his weapon from a superior Volge Malice to a superior Halberd Strength would actually be a really good thing. And it has helped out, don't get me wrong. His DPS definitely has increased. But he, just the step up from Nightmare to Hell immediately made him outclassed. And I absolutely have to give him some better gear that actually have a resistances on him. Otherwise, he's just going to keep kicking the bucket. And then I'm gonna have to keep resurrecting his punk ass, and we don't want that. Not at all. I got the gold. That's not the problem. I just want him to continue to be our major damage dealer here. And if he keeps dying, I mean, it's just going to create me more problems. Not only that, but you know, you just sit there and think about the progression in Hell thus far and how slow it's been. So without actually having my henchman and his aura, I mean, I'm totally missing out on that every time he dies. For instance, now. I don't mind actually spending a little bit of time here in the wilderness without him. So, you know what? Instead of going around fighting enemies and whatnot, let's just take the time to run to the waypoint, hopefully. In hopes that we actually find the damn thing. Although all of my skeletal mages are just getting crushed. So I might end up having to take that town portal anyways. I'm such a cheap, tight-fisted bastard here. I'm sorry, I just don't want to waste my town portal scrolls. I just want to find the fucking waypoint. I want to find the waypoint anyways, because I'm an elitist completist. I have to find them. I just want to max them out. You know, if there's ever a situation where I need to go to Dark Wood and Hell, I have access to it, you know? I've got the waypoint. I just go straight there. I don't have to fuck around with it. That's my rationale when it comes to this sort of thing. It's not just the completist aspect of it. It's just really, you know, I have it available if I need it. Don't want to make myself sound like, you know, like one of those totally pompous elitist types. Not really the context I'm trying to actually, you know, give off here.
Yes?
Or the perception. All right, there's Kasim. Let's see here. Oop. Okay, give me a scroll of identify, please. There you have it, Arcanus Flesh. Don't remember what the actual variables are. I don't want it. I already have a copy of it. I would give it away, but unfortunately there's just nobody playing hardcore non-ladder in normal. I've been trying to give shit away for weeks now, and I just can't seem to find like anybody playing in those parameters. So we're just gonna start fendering this shit. And before we continue on, let's actually come over here to Charcy. Repair our gear. Don't need that either. And then take a look at the scroll of Inifis. I'm pretty sure in order to actually activate the columns here, you actually have to look at the scroll the one time, if I'm not mistaken. Unless somebody actually corrects me on that. You know, I'll tell you guys what, before we actually continue on with the rest of our stream, I've been streaming straight now for probably a good hour and a half. I'm going to take a quick break here. I need to breathe a little bit of fresh air and stretch them legs. So I'll be back in about 5 or so minutes, and then we'll continue on. We'll get Deckard Cain, and then do the Countess. And then we'll see where we're kind of feeling after that point in time. So I will be back momentarily, so stick around.